Going over to the political part podcast, you have an ex-DOGE staffer by the name of Big Balls earning his title as he defends a woman at his own expense. This is first reported thanks to the New York Post and as well as tweeted by them on X, in which they say, quote, ex-DOGE staffer named Big Balls left bloodied after savage DC carjacking attempt by 10 juveniles, which is insane. Now, Trump also retweeted saying, quote, crime in Washington, D.C. is totally out of control. Local youths and gang members, some 14, 15, and 16 years old, are randomly attacking, mugging, maiming, and shooting innocent civilians, at the same time knowing that they will be almost immediately released. They're not afraid of law enforcement because they know nothing ever happens to them, but it's going to happen now. The law in D.C. must be changed to prosecute these minors as adults and lock them up for a long time, starting at age 14. The most recent victim was beaten mercilessly by local thugs. Washington, D.C. must be safe, clean, and beautiful for all Americans, and importantly, for the world to see. If D.C. doesn't get its act together quickly, we'll have no choice but to take federal control over the city and run the city as it should be run, and put criminals on notice that they're not going to get away with it anymore. Perhaps it should be done a long time ago. Then this incredible young man, as well as so many others, would not have to go through the horrors of violent crime. If this continues, I am going to exert my powers and federalize the city, make America great again, unquote. They got 3.7 million views as well as 10,000 likes, which, yeah, it's one of those things where, I mean, it is just the hellhole of the United States. It's a joke. It makes our country look like a third world country, even more than it is, with the homelessness and the crime. And yeah, it's ridiculous. And I commend this young man for standing up and doing the right thing, defending her against 10 thugs. And yeah, if you're age 14, you're in gang activity, you should be tried as an adult. Maybe even put in jail forever. It is ridiculous. And they know they're not going to be tried as adults so often. So I had a group of teens carjack a lady, and while she was still attached to the vehicle, drive it around town until she passed away. And then when they were in court, the teens laughed and smiled menacingly at the camera. It is disgusting. Because again, these kids are being told, and in many cases, they're being let off the hook because of their age. It is ridiculous. If you're in gang activities and you're doing this type of violence, send them to jail for a very long time. Or maybe worse, send them to Canada. I'm not kidding. We should send them to North Korea, maybe? We never would. El Salvador, maybe? It's ridiculous. And again, they know Democrat mayors aren't going to do shit. Democrat leaders, let them out. I mean, a lot of them have no cash bail. Just let them out. I mean, in Cincinnati with the Jazz Festival, the guy mercilessly beat a woman, and the judge let him out on $400 bail after beating a woman near to death. How pathetic our country is becoming with crime. And Trump's just swoop in. It's in, and again, Republicans have had this power for a while. But again, most Republicans do nothing because they're rhinos, pejoratively known as Republicans in name only. We'll see if Trump actually steps up and does anything about Washington, D.C. It's basically a third world hellhole. Now, one of the first, well, a lot of colorful comments, not intended, but Greg simply says blacks getting 353 likes as one of the top comments. Americano says, quote, attacking Big Balls should be considered a federal crime. He's a national treasure. Getting 463 likes. James Vreel says the patriot who stood up to the mob. Getting 503 likes. Going down more and more. Hey Joe says, quote, I see what y'all are doing. You're trying to make it look like 14-year-olds should be considered adults. So Trump, oh Jesus. Again, this is not a family-friendly segment of the show, so cover your ears if you have children listening, or cover your kids' ears if they're listening. It says, so when they see Trump sleeping with kids, it's not considered a crime, getting 4.4 thousand likes. 8 Buck Chuck says the juveniles, and it's the famous scene from South Park where they're playing Jeopardy, and he says the N-word. Hieronymus says, quote, he got washed out by 2 15-year-olds, boy and girl, LO. I would not even tell the cops about this if I were him. I would just spare myself from the embarrassment, getting 835 likes. Remember Pets says, I hate juveniles, getting 84 likes. Moss Squad, anti-communist, says, quote, big balls, had big balls. He's only like 20, and he's a true hero, getting 112 likes. And mostly peaceful memes has American Psycho, Christian Bale's character? But it has him going, interesting. Now show me a picture of these juveniles, 860 likes. Let's see here. A lot of them are saying that same thing. Elton Akaja says, quote, Big Balls should be changed his nickname to Massive Balls. This kid is going places, getting 104 likes. Let's see. Sports and Politics says, imagining bragging about destroying the country, and then getting your ass whooped by two 15-year-olds, getting 1.9 thousand likes. Again, it's a bigger group than that. And again, we have, like, was it 10 on 1 or 10 on 2 if he's defending that gal? It's not a fair fight. Veronica says, thankfully he is okay. DC needs to clean up, getting 12 likes. Flower Gal Arizona says, you can't walk by yourself in DC. It's not safe, getting 30 likes. Companies are very much against him. Mr. Alaska, or I don't know Alaska, says, Karma's a bitch, getting 852 likes. Going down more and more. Well, not seeing too many. Here. Lisa simply says, I have a novel idea. Put people in jail who commit crimes, getting 94 likes. One or two people saying this might be staged, apparently. Going down more and more. Yeah, another reason not to live in DC is if you needed one. But again, Republicans, Trump's, he tends to do some things he says, but Republicans are pretty famous for saying lots of things and sending angry letters. We'll see if anything comes out of it, but let me know your thoughts, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so click that button. Greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone, everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.